Hello and welcome to the LampLighters podcast, the hockey talk podcast for the fans, by the fans. I'm Zachary Hampton, alongside Lauren Smith and Jalen Corver. We welcome you. Tonight, we take a look at this year's Hockey Hall of Fame class: Kariya, Selanne, Recchi, and Andreychuk. Are they the right choice? Who was snubbed? We'll take a good look at this. We'll also continue our ongoing coverage of the NHL off-season. Finally, you know it, you love it. It's the trivia shootout, so sit back, relax, and enjoy as we light up these topics and light up each other as we drop the puck on another edition of the LampLighters podcast. Alright, so it was a few weeks ago, but we never got around to talking about it. But the Hockey Hall of Fame had its induction class, and we saw a number of big names who'd been waiting around for a little while come up, and not to mention one very obvious first ballot candidate.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, can't complain with him.
Team of Selanne, of course.
Yep.
He was about the only obvious choice this year, right?
Yeah, I think of all the new players this year, the first year eligible people, I think he was the obvious one, yeah, for sure.
But not only that, but I know I was blindsided when I saw it, but to see Paul Kariya going in too. Both of them together, those two wonderful teammates, as continuing listeners would know from last week, and actually the last week's trivia challenge too. Yeah.
No comment. No comment. We're passing on that.
That Selanne Kariya tandem though, huge back in the late '90s.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're two of the best players out there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They took back a lot of hardware, not to mention Kariya sticking around, captain of the Ducks, into their Cinderella run in the 2003 season, before both players would eventually leave and go on to bigger and better things. Selanne, of course, would return for their 2007 Cup victory, but yeah, and I think they couldn't go wrong with either one. Kariya is interesting because, of course, he began to distance himself from the game with all his concussion issues. So for him, even to begin associating himself with the NHL again is...
Yeah, he didn't have the longest career, but no, that's too much of a stretch. I tried to make a pun. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. No, I'm done. Anyways, you were saying...
Insert face palm here. Anyways, yeah, point taken though. Kariya's has been a long-standing he's sort of been in that, the Hall of Very Good discussion, as opposed to like the greatness discussion. He's regarded certainly as one of the best players in Ducks history, but and he had his dominant stretches throughout the league. Not as dominant as say someone like Eric Lindros. Right. But still, overall, quite solid.
Yeah, he was a point-per-game player. I mean, that's pretty good for anyone making the Hall of Fame.
Of course. Yeah, he's...
Exactly a point-per-game player.
Oft injured, though.
Yeah.
You're going to see a Cam Neely, Pat LaFontaine argument there, that he was injured too often. But what was his final point total?
998 points in 998 games.
Oh, come on. He can't come back for 2 games?
Oh, sorry. That's my number, Lexia. 989. I lied.
Oh, okay.
He's 11 games away and 11 points.
From the silver stick? I mean, come on. Come back.
Who doesn't want the silver stick?
It's like Glenn Anderson. He's 2 goals away from 500.
Yeah. Kariya was also a 3-time member of the NHL first All-Star team. Yeah, also helped win Canada the gold medal at the 2002 Olympics.
That's what introduced me to hockey. So remember, Kariya, as you would remember, scored the Lemieux through the legs move in the gold medal game.
Yeah, I remember watching that game at my grandma's. It's fond memories back then.
What a goal that was. I mean, and trying him for that moment alone.
Yeah.
Although that was more Lemieux's wonderful play. Let it pass through the legs and to Kariya, just slammed it home. Richter was playing too far out of his net. But anyways, we're getting too reminiscing too much.
We're allowed to do that. It's the dead of summer. We need
I'm an old veteran now. I've been around for 15 years.
No, that was a good time. I loved that game. Ginla played well that game. Sakic is just classic there.
Yeah. 2 goals, 2 assists for Sakic.
Oh, okay. Unbelievable.
Now we're taking this too far. Let's just get on to Mark Recchi.
Mark Recchi. Yeah, another solid pick there too. 12th highest scorer in league history with just over 1,500 points.
He was the highest player not to be in. Was he not?
I believe so. Yes. Yep. Yeah.
What was that? A few Stanley Cups there, right? Boston, Carolina. Did he win them in Pittsburgh too?
Yep, 1991.
Yep.
Just the 1 year in Pittsburgh, eh?
Yep, 91 in Pittsburgh, 06 in Carolina, 11 in Boston.
There's only, I was looking that up too, just came across this interesting stat. There's only about 8 players in NHL history that have won a cup in 3 different decades.
And he's one of them.
And he's one of them. The 91 Pens, the 06 Hurricanes, and the 2011 Bruins.
Yeah,
Not many players can say they did that.
Of course, yeah, he had quite an illustrious career. Pittsburgh, Carolina he's with for a while. We were missing not to say Montreal there in the mid-90s too. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Wasn't on the Legion of Doom, but he was right there on that second line though. Yeah, Boston. I mean, the litany of teams he played for goes on and on.
Okay, a little bit of trivia for you here, Zach.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
Hockey Master being put on the hot
Can you
seat.
name any other player to be part of that group that won at
3
least
Stanley Cups
in 3 different decades?
Oh my goodness.
If you need a hint, I can give hints. I have teams.
Henri Richard.
Nope.
Really? Does it specify that they have to be...
Oh, wait.
He has to be. He was on the Habs in the 50s for the 5 Cups, and he finished his career in 71.
Not according to this list.
Unless he started in 60.
Oh, you know what? This list is players with Stanley Cups from 3 different teams. Sorry.
Oh, I was about
Maybe
to
the
say.
second
Okay, yeah, I'm sure
Okay.
there would be lots of players.
Alright,
Yeah,
then
Montreal.
give me another crack at that.
Oh, man.
And
Richard.
I can't answer questions, and I can't give questions, obviously.
And
So.
then that stat would be wrong, 'cause according to CBC, he's the 10th player in NHL history to do that.
Oh my. Oh,
To win
no.
3 different cup
Comes on 3 different teams.
Oh, okay. I spitballed. I thought it was about 8. I'm looking at my list. It's 10 now. Okay, I'm sorry.
Everything about that stat you gave us was wrong.
Okay. Anyways, the official stat is he won 3 different cups with 3 different teams in 3 different decades.
That's still tremendous, though.
One of these players, I'll give you a hint, did play for the Habs for one of the cups.
Well, I mean...
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
He's
Claude Lemieux, of course.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Lemieux. You know which team I was missing? I remembered New Jersey. Remembered Colorado. Forgot about Montreal.
There you go. Yeah, won it 86
Claude
with the
Lemieux.
Habs, won it 95 with the
Constantly.
Devils, and 96 with the Avalanche, and 2000 with the Devils.
That guy, though, he was such a hated player.
Oh, yes.
He's the guy who ran, I think it was it Chris Draper into the boards? He's the guy who sparked the whole Avalanche Red Wings thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember reading a story about that. That's nuts.
Yeah, he ran Chris Draper from behind into the boards. It sparked the first bench clearing role.
The first.
Then we had Patrick Waugh skating the center ice and, goalie fights with Chris Osgood and Mike Vernon. Those are the days, man.
Those were the days. Another player that people might recognize, Joe Duendijk.
Of course.
One with the 89 Flames, the 99 Stars, and the 03 Devils.
Yeah. He also played on Toronto, but he didn't win a cup there.
How long has that been?
It's been so long I can't remember. Might be out of my lifetime. I'm gonna enjoy my Toronto jokes while I can. They're on the up and up.
Yes, they are.
67.
Oh, we knew. But
Oh, we knew.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We were just making a joke.
What's something
What's that like?
What's something Toronto has Montreal doesn't? Black and white picture of the last Stanley Cup.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Sorry to anyone.
There's no Leafs fans here to defend themselves. I'm going to take every shot I can.
100%.
So, Dave Andreychuk.
Dave Andreychuk.
Journeyman. didn't have a cup until 2004. Captain of a upstart Tampa Bay Lightning team. Who did they beat again in the finals, Jay?
Hey, Zach, they beat the Calgary Flames that year.
That is correct.
Beat in quotation marks.
We are not going to have
But
that
that's
debate
discussion for another time.
We will talk about that one day, but not
today. Today is not that day.
And he had a league history leader, if I'm not mistaken, in power play goals.
I wouldn't be surprised at that. Don't have that
Well, I
stat
had
here.
a guy that likes Gretzky, Lemieux, Yari, Curry.
That's kind of
I
crazy.
believe he is the in league history #1 power play goals. Offhand, I couldn't tell you too many other franchises he played for.
Did he only play for?
No, he was a journeyman. He played for
Toronto?
Yes, he was on Toronto. Is that it? No, there had to be a couple others. I'm tempted to say something like New Jersey or something. Jersey, St. Louis, kind of ringing bells. I'm not
Played
sure.
for Toronto, Jersey, Boston, Colorado, Buffalo, and Tampa.
I had Jersey.
Yeah, good job. Proud of you.
For some reason, St. Louis is in my mind.
He was in Buffalo for the first
That's
10
right.
years of his career.
That's right, he was
and then
Buffalo.
went back.
You know what, I sometimes
later
wish...
on.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He went back again in 2000 before moving on to the Lightning to finish his career.
I kind of wish that the Hockey Hall of Fame had that thing that the MLB's does, where the player can select the team that they go in with.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, because they go in wearing a baseball cap, and they can choose which team's logos on the...
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
And if they play for multiple teams, they're forced to pick. It's like Ken Griffey Jr. a couple of years ago, and he had to pick either Seattle or Cincinnati.
He picked
Seattle.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. You're going to pick the... He was probably with them for longer, right? Not too familiar.
Yeah, he was with... it was just pretty comparable, I think. But
Okay.
this is...
Look,
NBA last week, MLB
going
this
to
week.
baseball this week.
I'm even wearing my Mariners jersey this week.
Yeah, I see that.
But
Sometime we'll have to talk Blue Jays for a bit, but that's not the time right now.
I don't talk about
want to talk
teams
about
on
them.
here. Just out of curiosity, if we had that rule, it'd be you'd have to think that Solani and Correa would be going in as Ducks.
Colorado.
No, Nashville.
Nashville.
They go in as Ducks.
Ducks.
I think he won his cup. He won his cup in Tampa, although he's got a long illustrious history in Buffalo too. You probably go with Buffalo if he's more sentimental. If you judge success more, you pick Tampa.
Yeah, I guess. I'd probably go with Tampa, I think. I mean, winning your cup, I think, is pretty special for you.
And the captain of that team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Rocky's a difficult one. 3 Stanley Cups, and
yeah.
I'm almost tempted he's most iconic probably as Philadelphia Flyers.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. When I think of Recchi, I think of Philadelphia.
Pittsburgh, perhaps?
Keep squeaking the chair.
Pittsburgh, perhaps, too. He played in Pittsburgh. First cup, and then he was there for a while.
Right.
Then he re-signed after in the 06 lockout, and he got traded mid-season to Carolina. Carolina picked up... That's probably the one team that made tons of trades during the year to win a Stanley Cup. Carolina They got Recchi, they got Doug Weight. Of course, Mr. Game 7 was on their team, too.
Mr. Game 7.
All the odds were in their favor that year.
For sure.
Dwayne Rollison getting injured game 1 of the Cup final.
Oh, man.
Ty Conklin was virtually scoring an own goal to end that game.
Classic.
With a minute to go. Hysterical. No Oilers fans had been their team here either.
Nope, which is okay with me.
If you don't show up, you get lit up.
Because we're the LampLighters. No.
It felt flat.
I'm just not on my game today, obviously.
Well, there's going to have to be some redemption at Trivia
Oh,
Challenge.
no.
So any snubs? I mean, it's that same list, right? It's just that same continuing list over and over. Daniel Alfredson, though?
Yeah, he was just first year last year, right? He was first year eligible last year. And, yeah, I'd say he's one that's probably due in the next couple of years for sure that'll make it.
Because next year's class, of course, you get Marty Brodeur, coming in next year, and that's going to be
Yeah,
for sure as you can get.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else though. Not off the top of my head.
It strikes me that there should be at least one other. But yeah, we're not into a great stretch for the Hall of Fame right now.
No, definitely not.
There's going to be a lot of catching up.
Yeah. Yeah, just going through some of the players here that would be eligible that haven't made it in yet.
Yeah, like Makarov's on that list, right? Is he still? Or did they finally get him? They might have gotten him.
Yeah, I think they got him. He's not on this list.
Guy Carbonneau, I know, is on there. Jeremy Roenick.
Roenick would be a good one.
Keith Tkachuk.
Keith Tkachuk, I think, is one of the people that will for sure make it next time.
Darren Fleury.
Fleury, I was just going to bring up. Looking at point totals here, Pierre Turgeon has a whole bunch of
Pierre
points.
Turgeon, yeah. He's just very good, though. He was never dominant. Very good for his career.
Yeah.
I recall one game when both of St. Louis's goalies got injured, and he was going to step in one day and take in the pads because he played some goalie, I guess, in Bantam.
Yeah. Rod Brindamore.
Oh, right. We were just talking about that Conklin Gaff, and Brendamore's the guy who got credit for that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brendamore actually, I guess he scored it, but it was a giveaway behind the net. I mean, Conklin comes play the puck, Brendamore strips it and just backhands it into an empty cage.
That was crazy.
I mean, how do you make that mistake in the Stanley Cup final?
Yeah. He's won World Champ title, one Stanley Cup title. Not quite 500 goals, but over 1,000.
He's got Selke though, doesn't he? He's got a Selke trophy. Does he?
Maybe.
He's great defensive forward. Philadelphia, Carolina.
Let me check.
We're both quick looking this up.
I think there's a Selke there.
Yes.
He has 2.
Yep, 2.
Got 2.
05, 06, 06, 07.
Back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Before Datsuk began his monopoly on the award.
Yeah. Before Datsuk.
So, I mean, there's some players to come, but I guess if we look at the league right now, who are the obvious first ballots, apart from Jaromir Jagr?
Okay, now I think this is where we need to put a stipulation. Are we talking, if the NHL ended today and nobody ever played another game, who would be first ballot? Or are we talking who's trending to be a first ballot?
Who's trending?
Who's trending to be a first ballot?
If the career ended today thing that seldomly ever happens to any player.
Okay. Well, Jagr, for sure. First ballot, no question. 100%. Iginla, first ballot.
Sidney Crosby has to be.
Yeah.
Sidney Crosby would be first ballot.
Jonathan Toews.
I don't know if he'd be first ballot.
3 Stanley Cups.
I
2
think
Olympic
he
gold
is.
medals.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And Jonathan Toews, and you have to think Patrick Kane is too.
Both first ballots?
They're both listed in the top 100 NHL players of all time this year.
That's true.
Duncan Keith's going to be on that list as well. Marian Hossa. You have to.
Marian
He gets
Hossa,
in too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would definitely be one.
All right, let's throw him up there. Alex Ovechkin.
I think even without his Stanley Cup, I think he still makes it. I think so.
Yeah.
Getting over 50 points, or 50 goals, 60 goals, I think
65 goals.
Exactly.
Here. He's going to probably hit 700 before his career's done.
Right. He's probably one of the best pure goal scorers in the NHL right now.
In history, at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you can snub him at all.
I think you'd only pick a select few over. I think you'd take Maurice Richard and Mike Bossy over him in terms of pure goal scorers.
Yeah, I think not too many other players come to mind.
And Gretzky, I guess.
Yeah.
Brett Hull, perhaps.
Yeah.
He scored 80 goals.
80 goals.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to bring him up. McDavid.
I don't know. Let's put an exemption on anybody under the age of 25.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's put.
Because otherwise we'd be back to if your career ended tomorrow, which
Yeah.
we just said we weren't doing.
I think it's pretty obvious if he keeps going the way he's going, he's going to make it. But
So
I
what
think
about-
it's too tough to
So
tell.
what about Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry?
That's a tough one. That's a good...
I don't think they're first ballot. I think if they won a cup, maybe, but at this point...
They have won a
They
cup,
did win a
though.
cup.
Did they?
2007 with Anaheim.
They were that far back. Dude, I didn't watch hockey back then. Like, we go back about 7 years.
This is why I'm here. The historian.
If you had to pick one, I don't know if...
I picked Getzlaf first.
I think so. That's what I was going to say, too. He's been more of the leader, but Perry, although quiet in the past 1 or 2 years, I think he's been more of a
Perry
goal
has a
scorer.
Hart Trophy, though.
Yes, that's the thing.
He's got the hardware. Getzlaf doesn't. Getzlaf has more intangibles, and quite frankly, he's a more liked player.
Yes.
I still don't think either of them are first ballot, though. Like, at the end of the day.
I
think they get in eventually,
I think it depends who else is in the class. Who else are they going up against? They're going up against a class of Taves, Kane, and Keith all retire in the same
Because they got drafted in...
They were in the magical 03 draft.
Okay.
They're in the draft that everybody was in.
So, judging... Just hypothetically saying everyone in 03 retired at the same time, which wouldn't happen, of course. You'd be looking at Fleury.
No. I don't
No,
think
but I'm
so.
saying I'm just throwing out names from the draft.
Eric Stahl was went second overall. You'd have Shea Weber was in that draft.
I'd say Shea Weber makes it.
Zach Parise was in that draft.
Dion Phaneuf.
Dion Phaneuf was in there.
Brent Seabrook.
Seabrook's a big one. I believe Duncan Keith went second round. No, he was 02.
Brent Burns.
Brent Burns isn't a Hall of Famer.
Brent Burns isn't a Hall of Famer?
No, I don't think so. Not at this stage in his career. He's just a really, really good player. He's
another one of those guys that probably should make it every year, but then doesn't.
No, I don't even think so. I think he's had a good couple of years in San Jose where he's played an elite level. He was not elite in Minnesota. I think Minnesota let him walk.
Bergeron.
Oh, Bergeron's first ballot. First ballot.
I'm
Look
just
at
going
that.
through people who are from that draft right now. Who else?
Well, you do that. We've named a lot of forwards. Defenseman? Weber, I think.
Weber, well, let's see what happens in Montreal. Let's see how his career finishes. But as of right now, trending, yeah, probably.
Drew Doughty?
Drew Doughty, I believe, he was an 08 draft. Would put him over our 25-year-old exemption.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say
two Stanley Cups. Did he get the Conn Smythe too? He didn't get it in 2014. No, it was quick.
No, yeah.
Quick, yeah.
Norris?
He's got his one Norris. Oh, Zdeno Chara.
Oh,
First
Chara.
ballot.
Yeah.
First ballot. Eric Carlson. Is he under the age of 20? He's 25.
older.
He's 25 now, I believe.
No, he's older than that. No?
No, he's
27.
Is he?
Yeah.
The
May
Senators,
31st, 1990.
Senators have bought 2 years of his U of A eligibility. That's
Guess so.
Oh, good for them. Yeah, he's first ballot. If he keeps going.
Yeah, okay, I'll give him that.
He's got 2 more 70-point seasons in him.
Yeah.
How about
Feel like
Subban?
No.
Sorry.
No. He needs to do something more than win a Norris. And he's playing in Nashville now. Nashville still isn't... I mean, you still get forgotten about. I think that...
We're going to get kicked if we miss somebody, I'm trying to think.
Oh, we are going to get kicked. I guarantee you we'll get kicked.
But I don't think there is anyone
in
else.
my mind. I mean, when you talk about I think you're talking about a lot of people who are in the Hall very good. What about... jump back forward for a second for John Tavares. Hall very good?
Hall very good, I think. A cup would push him over,
If he
but
gets
he doesn't
the
have a cup.
Yeah.
He has no hardware. He had one...
That's the thing, he doesn't have any hardware
Because
either.
of Jamie Benn and his 4-point game. Remember that year? I picked Tavares to win the scoring title that year.
Yep.
I remember that.
Ruined me. Jamie Benn gets 4 points in his final game to steal, including the last one was an empty netter. Insult to injury.
Why do I feel like I had Jamie Benn that year in my hockey pool, and that's what won me my hockey pool?
You probably did.
I wouldn't doubt that. During what? 4 in a row? 5 in a row? How many years, Jack?
4 in a row.
4 in a row. Right, I was going for 5 this year, and then I got upset.
You still got the bronze.
Who did I beat out in the bronze medal match?
Shut up.
Oh, good times.
Weren't we driving back from Red Deer when you were watching that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. Yeah, the week was just ending.
Oh, man. Good times.
The interesting one on... Oh, we forgot of Kenny Malkin.
Yeah, I think he makes it. Yeah, 100% I think he makes it. First ballot? Yeah.
Steven Stamkos.
No.
All very good.
All very good again.
He needs something else. He needs something more.
Yeah, he needs to come around.
The Sedins.
Ooh, that's interesting.
You gotta think yes. No, they both have a Hart Trophy.
No cup?
Doesn't matter.
I think it helps.
I think it helps, but I don't think people like Cam Neely are getting in.
You don't just pick one. You have to pick
Paul
them both.
Correa never won a cup.
That's true. You have to pick them both.
And one
You
got
can't pick one.
Henrik would get in before Daniel would.
Yeah, but I think you
choose
still
one.
pick them both at the same time.
Well, yeah, a Hall of Fame class wouldn't put one.
First ballot? I don't think so.
No.
Eventually, yes.
You're gonna have an off year, and it's gonna be you're gonna have 2 spots. And
Yeah.
Like, oh, Sedins, they're still sitting there. Let's pick them
Exactly.
up.
That's what it'll be.
People like Nicholas Backstrom are probably all very good.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
We're probably missing a very, very good defenseman at this point.
Trying to go through the teams in my head, and I can't think of anybody.
Well, at least nobody who falls in under the exemption at this point. What can you do, though? Goaltending, we could jump to goaltending.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about goaltending.
Well, Henrik Lundqvist, I think, is the first place to start. He's somebody who needs a cup.
Yeah. Out of any of the goalies, yeah, for sure. Players in the NHL, I think you put Ovechkin before him. Who need a cup?
Lundqvist, I don't know.
Who deserve a
I don't know
cup?
if he gets in.
You don't think Lundqvist?
I don't know if he gets. He wouldn't get in at first. He needs a cup. He's
A
just
cup
very
would put
good.
him first ballot, or a cup would put him in general?
A cup puts him in.
Quickly for D. Chris Letang?
No.
No? Just, he's a big name, which people would get mad if we didn't mention him.
There's going to be one Pittsburgh fan who angrily in the comments yells out that we didn't talk about Chris Letang.
In the comments.
Where's Chris Letang? You idiots! Don't even mention Chris Letang. What bias?
Wow.
I can only say that because I've been there.
Other goalies?
Carey Price.
Cup?
He might be another one in that boat.
I think even without the cup, because you look...
He's got the Olympic
2 years
gold.
ago.
He's got Olympic gold.
Well, no, but
Lundqvist
was
has 2, though.
2 years ago, was it? Where he, took home everything at the awards?
Yeah, goaltenders who tend to have that take-home everything year tend to get in.
I'd give it to Carey Price, I think.
Jose Theodore didn't get in, but Jose Theodore didn't play at an elite level for several years. Price still has that. He's still getting Vezina nominees. I think this year was Reputation.
Mm-hmm.
But he still has that aura surrounding him that you don't want to... You would, there's one game to win, to save your life, I don't know. I don't think you could throw anybody else in the crease but Carey Price.
I agree.
Corey Crawford?
No. He gets in. If he gets in,
even.
he's Hall of Good, not even
Exactly.
Hall of Very Good.
No, I agree. Luongo.
No.
He's
some guy who needs a cup.
Ooh.
What, Hall of Twitter fame?
Yes, they should.
Come on. Right up there with Biz Nasty and other people who are slipping my mind right now.
Yeah, he ain't getting in.
Jonathan Quick?
No. There's 2 Stanley Cups, but doesn't play at an elite level. He's slowly slipping into the Corey Crawford discussion year by year. Braden Holtby. Not even Hall very good. He's becoming he's going to get dragged down by this Capitals are lousy in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Name we forgot. Shane Doan.
No.
You don't think he makes it?
No, he's not getting in. He gets into the Arizona Coyotes Hall of Fame. He's going to have his jersey retired, but that's it. He doesn't get into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He was a
Does he hit 1,000 points?
I don't think he did. I think he's had 1,000 games. I don't think he's had 1,000 points. He's a consistent 20-goal scorer. He strikes me something he'd be in the 800 and 900 range.
He had 972 points.
Yeah.
Oh, so he needs one more season if I hit 1,000. No, okay.
John Chaka, what the heck did you just do? Costed him his chance at 1,000. Mind you, he only scored like 2 goals, what did we say, after December 23rd
Oh,
last
yeah,
year?
that's
He didn't
bad.
stand a chance.
That's bad. Okay.
No. I think that's pretty much, I mean, unless you look at some like Angers Kopitar.
No, I don't think
Does
so.
Justin Williams get in on his Mr. Game 7 reputation?
No.
His
No.
I don't
consummate
think that's
trophies, his Stanley Cups, clutch playoff performer?
I don't think that's enough to
Well,
put you in
Claude
the
Lemieux
Hall.
didn't get in, I guess, right?
Not yet.
But Williams might be someone who eventually gets in on that playoff reputation, though.
Wait, Claude Lemieux got in, didn't he? He was last year.
No, Claude Lemieux didn't get in last year.
Our resident person on the computer is looking this up.
He might have gotten in years
Fact checker.
before, but I don't think he's... If I had to lock in, I don't think he's in.
I feel like he is.
I don't think so. The moment of truth is coming up. Because he retired mid to late 2000s. And he certainly wasn't first ballot. And I don't recall him coming up in recent years.
Oh, no, he's not yet.
Yeah. But speaking of another Claude, how about Claude Giroux? Be remiss, I guess, not to mention him, some angry Flyers fans. Might throw some light up bracelets at us if we don't bring them up.
Sorry, you just got the reference now. That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah, Claude Lemieux had an 18-game comeback with the San Jose Sharks in 2008-2009. So that knocks his Hall of Fame eligibility back to 2012, and he certainly didn't get in. Yeah. 158 points in the playoffs. Conn Smythe Trophy. He's someone who might get in the playoff reputation, but it's not enough. If he's not in, it's not enough for Williams.
No.
But, I think that's
pretty much all the big names.
Yeah. But in terms of a Hall of Fame discussion, that's probably good enough.
Yeah, I think
We have
that we've
time
covered like everything.
We have some
I think.
time for some quick hits too right now, though. From around that's been going on around the league. We got some drawing Johansson just signed a mammoth deal, biggest in Predators history.
Was
Head of Paul Kariya.
Head of Paul Kariya, who evidently I found out before the show today played for Nashville.
which was he's the biggest per annum.
Per annum.
So $8 million per annum is the largest. I mean, technically Shea Weber, if you're going to take the entire deal, would have been bigger. But if you're going to go by a per annum basis, then Ryan Johansson is the bigger deal.
Somebody's going to make a drinking game out of our Paul Kariya thing.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Probably.
Should keep a tally. How many times?
Now, we've also got arbitration going on, and that does involve one of your players there, Calvin De Haan.
Yeah, Calvin De Haan is one of the...
She was telling us before the show she had something to say about this, so...
So, I mean, it just came out yesterday what the offers were. See, was it? Islanders offered Calvin De Haan $1.95 million. Looks like, let me see here. Yeah, $1.95 million per year. Which, when he's coming off his best year, and as of right now, he makes 1.96. So you're asking a player who's coming off his best year to take a pay cut when you just traded away Travis Hamonic in order to make room to sign for him. I'm sorry, but that is unacceptable, especially after you just signed Adam Pelech to a 4-year, $1.6 million deal, and like, he's nowhere near what Calvin De Haan is. Calvin De Haan played more than double the minutes of Adam Pellich. Like, you're telling me that he's only worth $0.3 million more than what Pellich is? That's crap. He's one of the top 4 defensemen. He was probably the best behind Leddy in this last year. There is no way they should be offering him that. No, I don't think he's worth the $5 million, but you should be over $2.5 million without a doubt. He should be getting at least what Travis Hamonic was offered. If you look at their numbers in their seasons that they were assigned to those deals, De Haan is pretty much even. The only thing he's lower on really is his ice time.
Zach, do you have a response to that?
Stunned silence.
Like, it's unacceptable.
I will say this. I will come to the Islanders' defense. Just because when teams go into arbitration, speaking from past experience watching, being very stressed out during the Subban arbitration hearings a few years ago, and also remembering that Weber got lowballed. Like, Nashville was trying to, when he came in for arbitration, Nashville lowballed Weber with a $4.5 million offer.
Wow.
So normally if you're going to arbitration, players shoot for the moon, teams try to keep it as grounded as possible. So
you can keep it grounded, but you shouldn't be offering him less than what he's already making.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure
like,
where the Islanders are
coming.
I don't know where the Islanders are coming from on this one.
Like, that's embarrassing as a fan of that team. Like, I'm sorry, you just traded away to make room to sign him, and that's what you come up with an offer?
Yeah, that's...
And because they could have settled out of arbitration. They don't have to go to arbitration if they came to a number that they could both agree on.
Yeah, they don't have to.
They're sticking to that and making it go to the hearing, and that's, like, such crap.
Well, they need as much cap space as they can for next year.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but you have, like, next year they're taking off. You're gonna lose Halak. I'm sorry, you're not re-signing him. Thomas Hickey comes off the books next year. We'll see what they do with that. Seidenberg, you can lose next year. I think he's just there until Pollock or Pellich or Mayfield really develop and can take over. Kuhlman you'll lose. They'll see if they re-sign him. Josh Bailey, they'll probably re-sign. Jason Chimero will be up then. Shane Prince, Alan Quine. Like, you can afford to give him a bit more than that when you have $6 million in cap space.
Mm-hmm.
Islanders are a cap team or budget team? Budget team?
Cap,
yeah.
Mm.
as far as I know, because they were one of the higher teams before getting rid of Hamonic. I've never heard talk of them having an internal cap.
Interesting.
And some of those players will move out too as you're getting some of the younger guys coming in. But yeah, like, I'm so unimpressed with the Islanders on that.
And rant.
And rant.
She's been holding that in all episode waiting for that, I'm sure.
Yes.
So if you're wondering where she was during the Hall of Fame discussion.
It's not that she just didn't know much about these older players, but she was just waiting. She was just waiting for her moment.
No, I'm a fact checker. Yeah, but I mean, if you want to look, Travis Hamonic to Calvin De Haan, because Travis Hamonic had $3.8 million, I believe, on this last contract.
Yeah.
In the years that they signed it, going by fancy stats, Hamonic had better ice time. They were even on goals. Calvin De Haan is better on first assists. He's very slightly worse on shot generation, better on shot suppression.
Those hero charts are going to be the bane of my existence. Are they even the hero charts?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Fancy stats.
And if you want to look Corsi, he was ranked behind only Scott Mayfield and Johnny Boychuk. Scott Mayfield played 25 games. Johnny Boychuk played 66. He's the only one to have played all 82 games for our defensemen in this past season. Nick Leddy played one less, but still, like, it should not even be a question that he deserves more. But
Nope, trying to lowball.
And he's our highest scoring defenseman.
Islanders, what you guys doing over there? Well,
Nick Leddy is the only player, or is the only defenseman who had more time on the ice than him. So, yeah. There is no way that should be your offer. Not for a top 4 defenseman. I'm sorry, but not a chance.
clearly not. Okay, no, stupid question because can he be offer sheeted?
RFA, yes.
So if the Islanders are lowballing him, why wouldn't some team, knowing that he's this good, come in with a little bit of a higher offer?
Because
they may have.
Who is going to put an offer sheet in today's NHL? You get blackballed as GM.
That's true.
You remember what happened when Kevin Lowe and Brian Burt got into that big argument?
Well, and I think realistically, if you're going to take the risk of an offer sheet, you're going to take that risk on like a Leon Draisaitl. Also, you don't know. There could be talks that he has with other teams, because you only find out about an offer sheet if he signs the offer sheet.
Exactly. You don't know that it's coming until it's actually happened. Then
Yeah.
your hand is kind of forced, right?
Yeah, and so he may also not want to leave the Islanders. That's a possibility too, that he's hoping to be able to stay with the team. But especially since he can do arbitration. But no, it's pretty unimpressive. And considering the fact that your cap has gone up since you signed Hamonic.
Yeah. And how old is De Haan?
De Haan, I think, is like 24. Let me double check.
Just wondering how far away he'd be away from UFA.
26, sorry.
He's 26, so if he's an RFA now, so if he signs another contract next year, it'll be his UFA.
Yep.
So Islanders, if you guys are giving him low ball offers, good chance he won't want to come back next year. You're kind of burning bridges there.
Yeah, I know.
So you guys are definitely hurting yourselves over there in New York. What are you guys doing over there?
I don't know. I don't fully consider myself part of that fan base since I'm over here, separated from it. But even some of the fans would have gone after him over when he posted about being happy for playing for Team Canada. Mm-hmm. Some of the fans were just like, "Oh yeah, have fun in Vegas," just going at him for it.
Yeah.
And he had to come out with something afterwards about how great it was to play for the Islanders. And I'm sorry, but New York Islanders fans, get over yourself. He was happy to play for his home country. And you're going to chase off one of your best defensemen with how you're acting.
Yeah, no, definitely not good over there in Islander land.
No.
Should we move on here? Markov? Do we want to discuss Andrei Markov?
Let's pretty much say he signed over in Russia. Montreal's still got $8 million in cap space that they need to do something with.
They got money burning a hole in their pocket.
No,
what are they going to do?
Exactly.
Draisaitl.
We'll see.
Draisaitl.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
It'll happen.
Do you think the move is Olympic motivated at all?
A little bit. Olympic family. He really wanted that second year contract. That second year of the contract, and he signed a 2-year deal with I believe it's with Akbar Kazan. Is it
something along those lines?
Yeah.
He also said that he wouldn't want to play for any other team in the NHL, right? He said that.
Oh, thank goodness.
So
if
he wants to come back next year, it'll probably only be with Montreal, and if it's not, then
a year away could change that.
I guess. But I don't know if I see him with another team.
Yeah, I don't know if I see him with any other team either. It was almost unthinkable for him to wear any other uniform.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But I think that's sort of the big headlines.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
Minor re-signing, Shiri, Niederreiter. Apart from
what is
that,
Canada going to do about their Olympic team?
Yeah, I think that's next week. We should discuss that. That should take up a good chunk.
Cliffhanger.
Dun dun dun. Well, is it time for me to try to redeem myself?
It might be time for redemption.
The trivia shootout.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know.
Something along those lines.
We need a better theme. Sparky, come up with a better theme.
Come on, Sparky.
He ain't.
I'm pretty sure you mean Lauren. You come up with our themes and do our editing.
You shall now be known as
something.
Sparky, our editor. When we're talking editing, it's you. That's awesome.
I like hiding behind. It's better to hide behind an alibi as opposed to.
Don't give my credit to a figment of your imagination.
Sparky's like the best editor.
I know, he's such a great guy. Anyways.
I'll give you a bad edit.
She's not as good as Survivor editors. We'll be okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I can just release your bloopers from the first episode.
We all had good amounts of that. So
Yeah, but I'm the one who controls all of that.
Cool. Okay, let's move into this trivia shootout.
LampLighters, Civil War.
Team Cap, dibs. I'm Team Cap. Are we not talking about
I was Team Cap. And then I switched to Team Iron Man at the end of the film.
Really?
Yeah. Anyways, this Marvel edition of the LampLighters podcast.
We can trend to other sports, but when you start trending to movies, that's where we need to stop.
No, we are going to have it out after the show. Anyways, you won the last trivia challenge. It's your choice whether or not you want to go first or second.
We'll alternate. I'll let Lauren go first.
Keep in mind that questions have been pre-assigned.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Been pre-assigned by numbers, so by making that choice, you're choosing a different set of questions. You committed to Lauren already. That's the way we're going.
Okay, let's do this.
And here we go. This week's topic is an interesting topic. It's come up a couple times in the show today. Arbitration.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
Yeah, we're all excited for that. I can just hear the cheering coming from the audience.
Oh, our
It sounds-
discussion of the Shea Weber one is what ruined your trivia question, isn't it?
That is correct. That's fine, though. We can just fall back. Now, before you start clicking off your dials and moving on to other more exciting YouTube videos, these questions are not going to be crazy hard arbitration questions. They'll be within fair reason.
He's softballing them for us this week.
I have to.
We already know that I suck at trivia.
Apparently, Jalen might as well.
I've been a hockey fan my whole life.
Question number 1. So Lauren's going to... I don't know if she's going to get this. Most of these questions come from the mid-2000s, unless otherwise stated.
Oh.
But all the players are relatively current or just retired. So, relatively, unless otherwise stated. This player, following his $5 million award in 2006, went on to score 95 points with Buffalo in the next season. After that season, he signed a mammoth deal with the Philadelphia Flyers.
What season?
This would be 2007. He signed a deal with the Philadelphia Flyers, where he would go on to play for them for a while before being bought out. And he would finish his career with the Montreal Canadiens.
That eliminates Briere. I don't know. That's the only one I can think of off of Philly to get bought out. Again, it's probably the same player as last week. We talked about players being bought out, but...
Your answer is?
Briere.
Danny Briere? Gotta check something here.
Zach, come
So we
on.
wait for station identification.
Sparky.
Because he finished
Yeah,
out his
that is-
career with Colorado.
That is correct. Trivia Master did get something wrong, but in exchange, Lauren gets the question right.
Wait, that's
You
Briere!
were right, yeah.
Finished his career in Colorado. I forgot about that. That
Yeah.
darn PA Parento trade. I forgot about that. That's the bane of my existence. Why do we trade Briere after I spent years hating him and began to love him?
He
Anyways,
traded him.
long story short, Briere went to arbitration with the Buffalo Sabres. You are correct. Pressure's on, Jim.
Oh, man.
Pressure's on.
Okay, go.
I felt bad for you guys, so I wanted to make a mistake too.
Oh, just get on with the questions.
All right. This Alaskan, following his 1-year, $5 million award, signed a giant contract with the New York Rangers, where he was later dealt for a very notable defenseman. I can't give you the name of the defenseman. It's a giveaway.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And you probably can't tell me the team where he was traded to.
That's a dead giveaway.
What year was
Probably
this?
Ottawa.
The team, the season of the arbitration hearing, the season of the signing with the new team, or the season of the trade?
All three.
The season of the trade was 2009.
He got
Can we
traded.
give him the years of anything else? We can give him the arbitration hearing, but not the free agent deal. The free agent dealing was just the year after. He's going to get them all anyways? Okay. The arbitration hearing, I believe, was 2006. Free agents training was, free agent signing was 2007, dealt in 2009. Mammoth deal, New York Rangers. Alaskan. That should be the deadest giveaway of them all.
I'm trying to think of who come from Alaska.
I can hear you guys screaming at them all.
I can only think of Gutierrez from the Hurricanes right now because he was from Alaska.
Did he sign a mammoth deal with the New York Rangers?
No, Gutierrez was from last year. 2 years ago, I guess now.
You're not going to be... So I guess you're going to be throwing in the towel on this one?
No, let me think for a second here. I know I get a time limit.
New York Rangers, big trade for a very notable defenseman. There's a couple ways that you could go right out thinking about this, too. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to come across this if he thinks about it long and hard enough, but we don't have all the time in the world. Not today.
He got traded from the Rangers?
From the Rangers, yeah. From the Rangers.
To a different team.
To a different team.
For a notable defenseman.
For a very notable defenseman.
No, he got traded from the Rangers to the Rangers. That's how trades work now.
If this is Ottawa, Zach, come on.
Can we give him the conference of the team? We can?
Yeah.
Eastern Conference.
Oh, no. Not again. Oh, man. Okay, one more hint, and then if I don't get this,
Is he allowed to keep pushing for hints?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Mind you, we gave Lauren all these details, but Danny Briere.
Yeah.
Essentially
Okay, one more hint then.
Okay.
Is the defenseman still with the
You
Rangers?
gave me incorrect details about Danny Briere.
That was a mistake in the notes.
Is the defenseman still with the Rangers?
That we cannot answer. But what we can answer is that it was a multi-part trade. The player went to arbitration and the defenseman were the centerpiece of the trades. I almost just said the name of the player.
I honestly have no idea.
And the team came from... We can narrow it down even further.
Don't have
It would have been, at the time, the Northeast Division. Which means
it's not Ottawa.
the current Atlantic Division in the NHL. Which consists...
Why can I not think of anybody from Alaska?
There's no one in Alaska?
We're in Alaska.
Now we're bashing you, Alaska. Take that.
The defenseman traded Ryan McDonough?
We cannot answer
Okay, I give up then. I have no idea.
At least put in an answer. Put in an answer.
Kovalev.
That is incorrect. The player traded was Ryan McDonough.
I was right. But he was traded from Montreal.
This is a good 4 minutes, man.
We would have said Gomez played for Jersey too, right?
And that's where he signed the arbitration deal. And then he went to New York on a mammoth deal.
Oh.
So you're behind the 8 ball. You're one behind. You're one down. Lauren has a chance to put pressure.
That's fine.
This superstar received a $6.7 million award before the 2005 lockout, a year. And then a year, of course, where there was no hockey, but the year after, where he would have made that $6.75 million, he became the first player ever to win the Hart Trophy after being traded mid-season. The This player is currently in the NHL and may or may not still have the title of being superstar. And he's still playing for the team that he was traded to.
Is it Joe Thornton?
That is correct.
Great. Oh,
It's between Yager and Thornton.
Jalen should be able to get this one. He should be able to get this one. You're feeling good. You're feeling good.
Because he was traded from Boston to San Jose, wasn't he?
Correct.
Thornton? Yeah.
Boston, San Jose.
Correct.
Look at this. She's got something, Jay. I think she's milking this. I don't know.
Anyways,
No, really?
on with the question.
This right wing is for youth. You don't get this.
I'm
Then-
done. I
No,
quit.
well, you get the Moneyball question as a chance to come back. But this right winger, who just became a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame, or is going to be this year, went to arbitration with his team in the 1990s.
Oh no. Oh no.
Can we give him the team? Okay, we've given her so many hints, he gets one. The Montreal Canadiens.
We were just talking about this before too.
This part where the viewers go back and click back.
Like, we go back and look again. Mark Recchi.
That is correct. He's on the board.
Whew. Okay.
Moneyball. Double your chances. Go for the
No.
win. No.
I can go for the win without that.
That means,
If I get this one right,
There's a
screwed.
special category for these two Moneyball questions. They
Okay.
have a similar theme. Teams that walked away from their respective players. They walked away.
okay.
So for your question, Lauren, is as follows. This goaltender walked away, got walked away by his team immediately following him leading them to the Stanley Cup in this decade. I believe it was. This could be another error by the master. We need to go back and check. We'll just get the we'll just make sure the facts are right on this one. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Is it Antoniemi?
That is correct. She got it.
Yeah, because it would be in Chicago. He won it with Chicago. They walked away. They're the only team that won it in this decade where the goalie left.
Well,
I love putting the pressure on Jay.
I think he went to San Jose, didn't he? And then he ended up in Dallas.
See, she knew a little bit more on the topic than she let on.
okay. Well, I guess I have to go for Moneyball. No.
If
Go
he
for
went to
Moneyball.
decade
Just a second.
earlier.
She's
got
up
3-1.
She's
She's
got
gotten
every
every
right.
question.
Oh, that's right. Kate.
She went a decade earlier. I wouldn't have
Oh,
known.
not I don't want to go
So the
tiebreaker.
Moneyball question is as follows. This player had his team walk away from arbitration same year, 2010. The team was the Atlanta Thrashers. This player would later go on to sign a deal with Toronto. Before now, he currently plays as an oft-injured member of the Ottawa Senators.
Oh no, no, Zach! Why do you do this to me? You were just waiting that whole time.
It's almost like we set that up, eh? The moment go up so he gets the Moneyball question. That's the...
Well, I mean, thanks, Jay, for...
He thinks he's got it. He thinks he's got it.
Clark MacArthur.
He gets it. Redemption. Redemption.
Whew.
Redemption.
Oh man.
Clark MacArthur. What hint did it for you?
How is that a double point question?
I'll take it. Because
You
it's
gave
Ottawa.
you gave him more information than what you gave me.
The double point question
What was the single point question of
Single
that?
point question is basically... Yeah, that was basically the single point version of the question. So we can call it back.
No, I think... No, I answered that.
Back.
No take back.
Because, yeah, we shouldn't have given you the Toronto section of the hint.
If you wouldn't have given me the Toronto section of the hint, I think I probably wouldn't have gotten it. It would have been close. I would have to really think about it. The Toronto part gave it away. But, anyways, can't go back.
No, this one's going to be way too easy. But I want to see you guys stiff it out. I've got a few players.
How was that fair when I was smart about mine and you gave him the easy question?
To be honest, we did spoon feed her for a year, though.
No, you didn't! You told me the wrong team! The only reason why I figured I was Briere was because of the look on your face. And
No,
you gave me as much
not a good idea
information about
to do this after
Briere.
the rant.
No,
You gave me as much
Not a good
information
idea.
about Briere as what you gave him in that last question. You've given him more hints on every question than what you gave me.
because I ask for hints. If you asked for
It's
hints...
like the roles of
Because
different
I don't need them, apparently.
After all, the whole
Don't
show...
pretend like you spoon-fed that to me to make up for you screwing that up.
Well, Zach, this has all come back on you now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it hasn't been a very good episode for this. It's entertainment value, I hope, for the fans. We do it for you.
Oh, man. Okay.
Well, it's not like she's lost. All's not lost.
Yeah, you haven't lost yet.
I should have won.
She can still win. She can still win.
Oh, no. Are we going... What is
Someone's
that, Zach?
gonna get hurt.
Is that a bracelet?
No, that's a pencil with a really sharp lead.
No, that would have been entertaining.
I would have purposely stabbed it in your hand.
She's just violent. There would have been lawsuits after that. Then the podcast would have ended for sure. Anyways.
Hands on the knees. Or tied, whatever.
This player... Oh my goodness, Jay. It's like you're almost having a seizure. This player got to the arbitration hearing with his team, went through the arbitration hearing. But before the decision was handed down, signed a deal, 8-year contract, $8.5 million.
With the same team?
With the same team.
How long ago? No, okay, no hints.
It's like this now we formed a millennial expectation. There's going to be hints.
Participation ribbon?
You want me to cancel your exams if you...
No, I want you to ask the right questions.
Whoa!
This is the right question. What's in the past is in the past. It's just like there's a penalty call, a phantom penalty call for high sticking in overtime. They killed off the penalty though. So how do you choose to react?
So if I get it wrong, then she gets a chance to answer correct?
Basically, you get it wrong, you're done.
Yeah, but if she doesn't get it right, then it goes back to anybody.
Kind of like the idea where if you get it wrong, you just lose.
Oh, no. That's too much. Then no one will ever answer Zach. I think I need to take the chance, though, because I think I know it. Ah, what the heck. Steven Stamkos.
And he loses.
Dang it. No.
He did it to himself.
Lauren just sitting there still thinking. Okay. Are you going to tell us, or are you just going to let her have a chance to answer? I still
I
think...
kind of like her rubbing the salt in your wounds.
This isn't fair.
No one's going to make it even less fair. The avalanche of hints I could absolutely throw down right now.
The avalanche of hints? No.
The season was 14. It was 2000. Was 15, 16. Yeah, it was believed that the It was a recent deal. I believe it's 2015. He's not currently with the club anymore.
I still think Laura needs to get her, for her to win. I think that's...
Is it PK Subban?
Grab the pen and say it.
PK Subban!
Well, guys, going home. Have a good one. Thanks for listening.
Come back here.
Yes!
Yeah.
Anyways.
He has stormed off. I think he's actually leaving. He's actually going. Well, we'll see you next week. On behalf of Jalen Corver and Lawrence Smith, Zach Hampton signing off on another semi-wildly entertaining edition of LampLighters podcast.
Light that lamp.
Because he's not here to say it. Thank you very much.